So what's happening, everybody? As we get closer, like 10 days and a few hours, some change, we get closer to the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I thought I would do a quick video talking about some of that sweet post-game content that they promised that wouldn't disappoint us. I've had a theory on this for a long time, as far as like what they could do, where they could take us, and all that kind of thing. I think underneath Midgar, something beneath Midgar, like a like a Midlight's Deep from Final Fantasy Tactics, or the Deep Dungeon. Some bonus dungeon that we could go to and explore and give us some cool things, trophies, all that kind of stuff. But it needs to be something that is tangible, something that's worth going after that we could take into the next game with us. And we don't know how transfer into the next game is going to work. We can all theorize all day, but none of us know how it's going to work. I think the bonus content at the end of the game to keep us playing is going to be a big reveal on what they plan to do as far as like carryover goes. So originally I had posed a theory about a Knights of the Round side quest that could start in game number 1, where you go around and you find the individual tombs of the different knights, kind of like Noctis looking for the powers of the kings in Final Fantasy 15, but done better and more interesting. So I posed that theory, and I won't get into the whole video. If you want to watch the video, it's one of my more popular videos. I'll put a link in the description and you can check that out. But I posed another theory, and a bunch of you have come to me with this theory. This is something I was kind of thinking about as well. The deep ground soldiers from Dirge of Cerberus were beneath Midgar. Now, I don't think it's them, because in the current storyline of Final Fantasy, they're like a medical group that helps soldiers in the battlefield, like first class soldier, ranked warriors for Shinra. So they're still active in the storyline, or they're supposed to be. Not as active as they were during the War of Wutai, but hear me out. It could be kind of like something similar to the Deep Ground Soldiers beneath Midgar. You know, so Shinra's going to be in flux, President Shinra's dead, and there could be like this whole thing happening in like a thing that President Shinra was running under Midgar. Kind of the precursor for the Deep Ground Soldiers in Dirge of Cerberus, kind of giving that an end. I think that's totally possible. I think it's going to be like a big challenging dungeon. What better place to put that than in Midgar? I don't think they want to do it in the Wastelands, because it's just sprawling desert, or wasteland as far as the eye can see. I don't think that would be very interesting. I don't think that would be very fun. So I think you keep it underneath Midgar. I don't think you can go back into Midgar, because obviously you're on the run, you're going to be hunted. So, but beneath Midgar, I think beneath Midgar is a viable option. I think that's a good way to go, and I think that might be what they do. Now again, I don't think it's going to be the Deep Ground Soldiers. I think it'll be something else. It could be, like I said, a precursor, another faction, escaped experiments, or tech that's gone haywire. I also think that whatever you do post-game will give us an idea of how they want to carry over data into the next game. None of us know. Like I said, none of us know how they want to do that. We all theorize and speculate on that right now. But my belief is that we will be able to carry over a lot of our stuff into the next game. Especially, I hope they have level caps. I would rather deal with level caps in this game than to crazy level your characters and your abilities and your stats up, and then just have it all nerfed and reset in game 2. I would rather deal with a level cap and go back and replay the game to do other things and seek other options for like outcomes, than to have all my progress wiped in game 2. Now I know a lot of you have different opinion on that. Some of you have mild, strong opinions on that. I get that. I understand. But that's just my personal take on that. That's my personal opinion. I don't want to see the hours I put in, the work and all that kind of stuff that you put in, just wiped, clean slate. I hope they have found a better way to do it. The game is out. Now, there are people out there with the game, and so they're going to know much sooner than we do how this all plays out. But rest assured, this channel, my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ray Kaufman and youtube.com/Ray Kaufman, and my social media, complete spoiler blackout. I'm on blackout mode. If I sniff anything that smells like a spoiler, I'm gone. Gone. I ain't even playing. If I see a spoiler, I'm like, I'm out. I ain't playing. So, anyway, I think a dungeon under Midgar is where they're going with that. I think that's a great idea, and I think that's the way to do it. It gives us a new area to explore, and you don't have to remap like a whole crazy thing. You could take like a hodgepodge of the rail system levels and the sewer levels and make your underground dungeon, and just throw in a few different kind of designs in there. You wouldn't have to do anything stupid crazy with it, like design like a whole new game underneath Midgar. And who's to say they haven't? Who's to say they haven't spent 6 months designing everything underneath Midgar? We don't know. Highly unlikely, mostly improbable. Yes, I understand, but we don't know. That's the fun part of this last few days leading up to this. The speculation is we don't know a lot of what they're doing. They could do the Deep Ground Soldiers. They could say that the Deep Ground Soldiers have been there since the fallout of Wutai. But I always took it that it was since, and I've only played Dirge of Cerberus once. So if I'm not as up on the story, because that game is fun in a way, because it's like going to see old friends, but it's not like you're hanging out with your old friends. It's like you drive by and you see them going into the grocery store and you wave at them. It's like you're not hanging out with them. You kind of see them, and that's it. You don't really spend any real time with them. It helps that Vincent was my favorite Final Fantasy VII character back when I did play Dirge of Cerberus. That is why I played Dirge of Cerberus, and that is why they made him the main character. He was arguably the most popular Final Fantasy VII character worldwide. Vincent Valentine. And when Game 2 drops, he probably will be again. So I believe they could do a Deep Ground Soldiers thing. Whatever the reason to go into the dungeon is, it has to be something worth going in there for. Whatever you go in there for, you have to be able to take that with you into the next game. Honestly, you do. Whatever it is, whether it's like a tangible prize, whether it's, I really don't know what it could be. Trophies, bragging rights. I really don't care about that. I want to platinum it, but the thing is, I don't see the need to go in to this huge extra content to just get like a trophy. Some people do, and if you do, that's cool, but that is not something I'm interested in. So it has to be something that helps you in the next game. It has to be something. Maybe that's where you get the key to Midgar in this game. Maybe you get it early. Maybe at a certain point in Game 2 you can't come back to Midgar if you do. Theorizing, speculation. Take it like you want. Shit. We are 10 days and change away from this game, people. The hype is real. The hype is tangible. I can taste it in the air. It's good. I can't wait. Some people in the EU and other parts of the world are already playing it. Awesome. Glad you all are enjoying it. Keep it to your self. But seriously, have fun with it. Enjoy it. And we'll all be enjoying it with you here in 10 days. So anyway, I hope you all are having a great night. Keep rocking. Be safe. Stay Rona free. Okay? That's key. Social distancing. You ain't got to be up on people. You can go out to the store, take it back to the house. You know what I mean? So keep yourself, keep your loved ones, keep everybody else around you safe. We'll get through this thing, and we'll be talking about this game, and we'll be looking forward to game number 2 together. Okay, that's the key. We're going to look forward to all this stuff together. Y'all have a great night. I will catch you all in the next video. I'm getting ready to catch you all over on twitch.tv/Ray Kaufman. We are going to be going through Final Fantasy VII OG tonight. And my goal is to platinum this thing before I get my hands on Remake. So, y'all have a great night. Keep rocking. I'll see you on the next video. Be good to each other.